As the sun rises over the majestic Sierra Nevada and casts its golden light across the sprawling acres of the Ponderosa, a new chapter of conflict and human drama unfolds with the arrival of the newcomers. Part 3 of our exploration turns its focus to John Pennington, his gravely ill sister Emily, and the menacing presence of Blake McCall, whose journey onto Cartwright land brings with it the dark shadow of hydraulic mining and the clash between progress at any cost and responsible stewardship of the earth. This introduction of outsiders serves as a masterful catalyst in the script, igniting tensions that will test the moral fiber of the Cartwright family while revealing the complex motivations and fragile hopes of those who wander the frontier in search of fortune and healing. John Pennington arrives as a man of ambition, tempered by familial duty. He presents himself with a certain refinement, claiming the group is merely passing through, on their way to the new mining fields around Virginia City. Yet beneath his polite exterior lies the weight of partnership with the far more ruthless Blake McCall. The script skillfully portrays Pennington as a man caught between two worlds, the cultured background hinted at through his sister's stories of mansions and servants, and the harsh realities of frontier enterprise. His concern for Emily's health feels genuine, driving the group's urgent need for the drier desert climate that might offer her a chance at recovery. We see him attempting diplomacy with Ben Cartwright, pleading for passage, and expressing willingness to make amends. These moments humanize him, preventing the character from becoming a simple villain, and instead painting him as a flawed but relatable figure of the era, a man who dreams of wealth while carrying the burden of a dying sister. Emily Pennington emerges as one of the most heartbreaking figures in this arc. Stricken with a serious illness that leaves her coughing and frail, she carries herself with quiet dignity and inner strength. Her presence on the Ponderosa introduces a tender counterpoint to the growing conflict. The script allows us to feel the dry desert wind she seeks, the hope for renewed health, and the deep affection she holds for her brother John. Her conversations reveal a woman who has known privilege, yet now faces mortality with remarkable acceptance. The emotional depth here is profound. Emily's belief in love and her desire to live fully despite her condition create some of the most moving scenes in the entire double episode. As she speaks of her feelings and her reluctance to burden those she loves, we sense the fragility of life on the frontier, where dreams of gold and new beginnings often collide with the harsh truths of illness and loss. Then there is Blake McCall, the volatile force that darkens the newcomer's arrival. Portrayed as a rough, self-made man, with a chip on his shoulder and an insatiable hunger for gold, McCall embodies the destructive spirit of unchecked greed. His history with hydraulic mining in California is laid bare through Ben Cartwright's accusations: thousands of acres of virgin timber, uprooted mountains, washed away floods of debris, burying orchards and farmland. The script does not shy away from the environmental devastation. Ben's passionate recounting of a friend's ruined peach orchard, buried under a dozen feet of mud, stands as a powerful indictment of short-sighted exploitation. McCall's dismissive attitude toward the land and his willingness to do just about anything to extract gold mark him as the primary antagonist in the early part of the story. His clashes with Pennington reveal deep fractures in their partnership, while his crude comments and violent tendencies foreshadow greater trouble ahead. The initial confrontation on Ponderosa land crackles with dramatic tension. When the group is confronted by Ben Cartwright and his sons, the dialogue bristles with opposing philosophies. Ben's firm declaration that no one will destroy the Ponderosa resonates as a declaration of principles. He speaks not merely as a landowner, but as a guardian of the watershed vital to the ranch's survival. The script captures the sensory details beautifully: the dust stirred by horses, the vast open pastures, the towering pines that have stood for centuries. We can almost hear the creak of saddles and feel the weight of unspoken threats as McCall and Pennington defend their actions, claiming accidents, while Ben points to a pattern of destruction. One of the most tragic elements introduced in this section is the innocent botanist Justin Flannery, a gentle scholar seeking specimens of Sierra flora and fauna. Flannery represents pure curiosity and respect for the natural world. His decision to travel with the Pennington party proves fatal, and the circumstances surrounding his shooting from behind elevate the stakes dramatically. The script uses this event to deepen suspicion and force moral reckonings. Emily's outrage and Pennington's attempts at explanation contrast sharply with McCall's cold calculations, highlighting how greed corrupts and endangers the innocent. As the newcomers are allowed to camp temporarily, to rest their stock and tend to Emily, the script weaves intimate character moments with larger themes. Hoss's kindness toward Emily begins to blossom here, offering a gentle contrast to the surrounding tensions. We see the beginnings of their connection as he tends to the horses and speaks softly to her, revealing his love for animals and his distrust of those with a natural mean streak. These scenes are written with poetic sensitivity, using the beauty of the landscape, the scent of pine, and the quiet rhythms of ranch life to create emotional intimacy amid brewing conflict. The shadow of hydraulic mining looms large throughout this part of the arc. The script draws clear historical parallels to the real environmental damage caused by such operations during the Comstock Lode era. Rivers choked with silt hillsides, eroded beyond recognition, and fertile land turned to wasteland serve as cautionary images. Ben Cartwright's refusal to allow claims on neighboring watershed lands becomes a powerful statement on land stewardship. In the context of 1960s television, this forward-thinking environmental message was both progressive and deeply rooted in Western values of respect for nature's bounty. The writing shines in its ability to humanize all sides while maintaining moral clarity. Pennington is no monster. He genuinely loves his sister and seeks a better future, yet his association with McCall drags him into moral compromise. Emily's illness adds layers of tragedy, making every confrontation feel weighted with life and death consequences. McCall, by contrast, serves as a stark warning about the corrosive effects of unchecked ambition and class resentment. His bitterness about his own hardscrabble past fuels a dangerous determination that threatens everyone around him. As this section builds, the script masterfully escalates the stakes. The wounding of a Cartwright hand, the discovery of filed claims, and the growing distrust create a powder keg of tension. We feel the cinematic scope, wide shots of the Ponderosa under vast skies, tense close-ups during heated arguments, and quiet moments of vulnerability around campfires. The dialogue, even in its transcribed roughness, carries authentic frontier cadence, mixing politeness with raw confrontation. The arrival of these newcomers ultimately serves a greater purpose in Bonanza's storytelling tradition. They act as mirrors, reflecting the choices available to men in the West, the path of honor and sustainability, championed by the Cartwrights, or the path of ruthless exploitation, embodied by McCall. Emily stands as a symbol of fragile beauty and fleeting life, reminding us that behind grand ambitions lie very human stories of love, loss, and hope. In this part of the arc, Bonanza once again demonstrates its mastery of blending personal drama with broader social commentary. The hydraulic mining conflict is not merely background, it is a central moral question that forces characters and viewers alike to consider the true cost of progress. Through rich scene-by-scene development, the script invites us to ride alongside the Cartwrights as they face an uncertain future, their family bonds and principles shining brightly against the gathering storm. The tender seeds of Hoss and Emily's relationship planted amid this turmoil add profound emotional resonance. Their interactions offer a glimpse of beauty and humanity that transcends the conflict, providing viewers with moments of genuine warmth and heartache. As the newcomer's presence continues to ripple through the Ponderosa, we sense that nothing will ever be quite the same, and the true test of character for all involved is only beginning. This masterful introduction of the Pennington party and the shadow they cast sets the stage for even greater drama to come, cementing this double-episode arc as one of Bonanza's most thematically rich and emotionally compelling stories from the golden age of television westerns.